See, I have a light there. This is the behind the scenes, by the way. So the camera would be here. You guys would be looking at us sitting here. This desk over here, and try to have the light here in my car gonna be parked here. So let's see how we can do that. I appreciate y'all for watching. Everybody get up and go clean your room, go make your bed, you know, help somebody out today, do something positive, and we will see y'all with another video. I forgot to mention we did a late night the other day, so I'm gonna throw in a couple clips, not too many, some stuff happened, so I'm not gonna say too much, but here's the clips. What is good, YouTube? This is Project Garage. It's another late night, but it's a little different this time. It's no green screen, you know, it's a little different. We're just gonna talk and chill, so I'm gonna put y'all down.
That's a small camera.
Huh?
That's a really small camera.
The camera says the camera says I appreciate it. Alright.
Oh shit, you weren't lying.
That's fucking.
I was like, I didn't see you in there, but now you are actually in there. That's pretty cool. There, we have to get
There's
closer to each other.
Got your boy Moy in the cut.
What's up, y'all?
We got my boy Josiah in the cut.
What's the worst thing you hate about your job?
I honestly don't know right now because I left from my other job from a different Walgreens, and where I'm at right now is just 10 times better. I'm thankful for that. Honestly, at that other Walgreens I was working at, that was the worst experience I've ever had.
You used to work at Walgreens?
I used to drop this man off when I had burners on him.
What did you hate the most about working at Northgate?
Customers, the
The
attitude,
customers. Yeah, I feel that.
waking up. He had to be there at 9. He had to leave at 10. It was just like repetitive, you know. That's what got me about working. How about you?
I feel like the worst thing about the last job I worked at was probably there was no free parking. That shit pissed me off. Like, I would have to pay $66 a week out of my paycheck just to go to work.
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck?
A lot of people can relate to that because I know a lot of people that take Ubers to work, and that runs up really fast if you're not careful. You know, you pay $10 a day for an Uber. You do the math on that for a year span or even 2 months span. You?
My last job was actually traumatizing.
He would yell at me for every single thing. He said, "This guy right here creates professionals." That's what my uncle used to tell me.
Yeah. It's kind of like the military where they just yell at you and discipline you.
Type shit.
Hey, I mean, it's good and bad. It just depends on who's doing it.
You gotta look at it different, because sometimes in Spanish we say corregir.
Kind of create or like coherent. It sounds like coherent.
They try to teach you things.
Tough love.
Discipline.
Tough love.
They try to discipline.
Constructive criticism type
Create
shit.
character.
Yeah, there's character involved with yelling at someone. That definitely creates some character. Josiah?
Josiah.
Go ahead.
I love that I could smoke weed after work.
Oh man, that's not a good example.
I'm sorry, guys.
Cut that out.
Yeah. You made the cut.
Alright, what was your favorite thing at the job? We got Ryland's family watching.
What?
We got family members watching. What was your favorite thing at the job?
The paycheck at the end of the week.
Have your own company, like I might not have an LLC, but I've made a lot of money off of stuff that I've created, which is great. So yeah.
That's what's up.
Oh, but the thing I like most about my job was the interactions with people that I met. I met some pretty cool people and got to experience some pretty cool things over the time. So I feel like that was a plus for me.
That's what's up.
You?
I had this one job where I was basically traveling from city to city, and not trying to get into detail, but raising money for a charity. I made a decent amount, and eventually we moved overstate, and I stayed for like a summer or something. It was pretty fun. It just woke me up saying that you can make money doing anything.
Yes, sir. You can definitely make money doing anything you want. Do what you love. Don't focus on the money until you love it. Like, once you love it, then you can focus on the bread. That shit will come later once you start doing it more and more and more, because you'll get used to it. You'll love doing it. then it'll become, instead of a job, it'll become like something you love doing. That's what I've learned too. Yep.
Can I add on to that?
Yeah.
So, I actually want to say something positive because I had goals and dreams to pay off the Subaru I bought, actually.
Nice.
And, you know, I just worked long hours to try to pay it off as quick as possible. But you know how you told me earlier, speed sometimes can kill, you know?
Mm-hmm. And you know who told me that? My dad, so shout out to Pops.
Yeah, shout out to
Shout out to
Robin's dad. He probably knows what's up in the
Oh
industry.
yeah, he's a real man. Alright, let's go.
Also, who's behind the wheel when it comes to...
It's not about driving a car, it's about even talking too fast. It's about going to the store when you're not supposed to. It's about waking up every day. You know, it's just sometimes speed can kill, sometimes speed is not like. That's what my dad told me. It was like sometimes speed is good, but sometimes speed can kill you. You just take your time, enjoy your craft, make sure you're doing it right instead of speeding through this shit. Trying to get it done faster. Like, it's about enjoying and loving what you're doing, the interactions and the people that come while you're doing it.
Man,
The longer you take, you might meet some people.
So, back to the traumatizing part. The guy that would yell at me, he would yell at me because he wanted the things
Done then?
quick.
It's maybe you were moving too fucking slow.
No, I was moving fast as fuck.
If you're moving fast, maybe that wasn't the right place
Pardon
you were
my
supposed to
French.
be. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
There is no part of my French in here, bro. It's explicit.
Oh,
You
really?
can say whatever you want. This is a late night.
Alright, bet. Okay, cool. Sorry for my language, guys, if there's kids watching.
No, this is family. They know what's up.
Okay.
Yeah.
Alright, family.
This is family. This camera right here, y'all gorgeous. Y'all gorgeous, man. We love y'all. Hour and 20 minutes.
I've never even heard of that camera. Like, this is the first time I ever see something.
Well, then you're not watching my YouTube videos, sucker.
Hey.
And if you don't know what I mean by that, go subscribe to 36 Reviews and go check out my review page.
I'll try to be more supportive of your craft.
Thank you.
Yes,
It's just
sir.
like you skateboarding Instagram and watch a 20-second video, and you can't take 20 seconds to click on my link to
But
watch a
even-
video.
But even
I don't know
Instagram,
who you are.
no, like I'm.
Yeah, I can't support the kid. You know, this is my craft.
I support you
I
all the
don't
time.
yeah, no, I know you do, yeah.
Okay, so
You're all plugged in over here.
I'll be more supportive. But this is coming from me. I have 5 emails. I will like. I will
No.
I will
I
do
don't
that.
shit.
I will do that.
Bro, no. Shut, no. Cállate la boca, yo pinche puto wey. Let me tell you something serious, man.
Okay.
Look, no.
No means no.
No. Don't do that. You go on your account and you like it. I don't need.
I'm doing it out of me.
That's
You
some
feel me?
wild ass shit,
I
bro.
want you to blow. I want you to expand. I
This
want,
nigga like, alright, I have an account. My name is Jeff with a J.
no.
My name is Jeff with an E. My name is Jeff with an F. My name is Jeff with a double F. And he liked my video all in one. No, sir, bro. You better share that shit to individual family
I
members.
will do that on my Instagram.
They'll share it to people that they might think that'll like it or
I got
comprehend.
you. That's
No,
probably
hell no. You see the Jackson here? This is Project Garage. We do everything ourselves.
Stop the cap.
probably how the prelude got messed up because I used to take it to Jiffy Lube.
Yeah.
Bro,
They probably
Jiffy
put some
Lube.
salt in there or something.
Jiffy Lube tried to scam me one time. I went for an oil change and they were trying to charge me extra for no reason, and my bank even texted me like, yo, is someone trying to scam you?
They do that little shit and they vacuum it out.
Ain't
Take
nobody
the
else
roaches
gonna
out
do
and
that.
smoke them. I'm just
What
playing.
the fuck? Ain't nobody asked the Jiffy Lube employee to take out the air filter out there. Nobody asked you to take out the air filter to show me how dirty it was. Put that shit back in there and change my oil, and don't tax me for it.
Do that shit.
Next time I'm coming to Project Garage.
Project Garage.
Do that.
You know how to change oil on a
Dude, your head is so small.
250i Lexus?
Yes, Moy, yes, I do.
Y'all want to hear why I love my job?
Yeah, what do you like?
What is your job?
My favorite thing about my last job was that I served like 500 to 1,200 Duke students a day, right? But every
You
time,
did that?
yeah, like I would have to serve them food, But every time I served a student, I would look them dead in the eyes, right? And I would read them. Some of them wouldn't even look at me. Others were full of anxiousness. Others were like confident as fuck. Others were happy. Others were like moody. Like I could tell, and like I feel like that was my favorite thing out of my last job. Like being able to read so many different people, like that were like, because it was at Duke, so all the students were diverse as fuck. So I mean, that was my favorite thing, just reading people at work.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I definitely agree with that. Like retail, if you can do retail, you can do pretty much any job. Retail is a very hard job. Like you have to be able to communicate with the customers and, you know, have the same vibe as them. If they're coming in and they want to spend some money, you know, you got to be smooth with them. You don't want to sell them anything. You want to tell them about it. You know what I'm saying? Like the different ways to go about, you know, selling to someone who wants to buy and selling to someone who doesn't even give a fuck. They were just looking.
Alright.
Like I used to sell RC cars to people that didn't even want an RC car. They were like, what are the rustle of? Like, oh, well, do your research. Like Traxxas 70-mile-an-hour car.
Some people are too lazy to actually do the research.
Yeah, I've been there before.
Yeah, you can't be lazy to do the research, but at the same time, we got Google and all these other things that are access and people don't take advantage of it.
Alright, so I actually have one question for everyone. How many jobs do you think you've had?
How many of you?
I'd probably say about 7. I've been a chef. I've worked at Pho and Poke, Burger King, Freddy's, Custard and Steakhouse. I've worked at FedEx.
I think I've only had 3 jobs. It was like Birds Bees. I cleaned apartments for a living. Like I was a literal groundskeeper. I worked at Duke. That was it. I've only had 3 jobs under a government, like as far as like providing social security and all that bullshit.
4 or 5 jobs.
That's good.
Most of them work in retail.
Good, man. Yeah, it's kind of sad to have my job, but yeah, I've only had about. I worked at GameStop.
Oh yeah, I remember the GameStop days.
Yeah, and then I worked at Northgate for about 4 years, 5 years. So that was a lot of time. It was GameStop in there. Everything else is kind of doing me. Can I say?
Yeah.
Honestly, I had my own company. I tested it out, as I could say, and the things that I learned, like you can wake up when you want, you do the job when you want, you finish the job when you want, and then you get paid when you're done, and then you pay people. So it felt better to do that than work for someone else that was doing the same thing to me, because then I learned kind of how they were doing me, and then I seen how much sales I was doing. Fucking $100,000 in a year at an RC shop. Why can't I do $100,000 in my garage?
Yeah, it's true.
You know what I'm saying? So, Project Garage 36, y'all subscribe.
It's a good way to think. Like if somebody else can do it, you can do a video too.
Yeah. And they came from out of the country. Why can't I do it? I'm in country.
What about you, Josiah? What do you feel? How do you feel about like a job?
You're just gonna get complete misery.
Yep.
And
9 to 5 kills people. You know that, right? If you have a 9 to 5, it'll kill you with
Make you
stress.
stressed.
Yeah.
It will kill you. It will kill you. And 9 to 5 is no good. Look, you can literally take the resources and the people you have around you and make a living. You know what I'm saying? Do 1 times 100,000. Do 1 times 1,000. Do that every day. $1 times 1,000 people. That's $1,000 a day. Just do the math. Do you. Do the research. Get money, man. You don't have to work a 9 to 5 to make $800 a week. You can make $1,500 a week. So, 9 to 5 is no good, but at the same time, if you have to do it, in the time being, nothing wrong with it. We've all had 9 to 5s, and we still have 9 to 5s, and we're trying to make our way out of 9 to 5. So,
Yes, sir.
we balling out here, man. We doing our thing, man. Balling on the budget. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, you are working for yourself, but you're also working for someone else's benefit.
Mm-hmm.
And like all throughout that, you can use that time and energy for yourself.
Exactly.
Like, and create like a career or something out of it. Like basically for me, a job is something you do, but you're always in the same place rather than always progressing like more and more like a career or something like that. So I kind of don't like the idea of having a job. I'd rather be free to do like as I please. Like if I want to create a business or create a product or create software that'll, like Rylan was talking about human resources. Just look at all the resources that we use around us and kind of, create based off to that. And like Rylan said, just think of 1 times 1,000, sell a product, sell a resource for $1 to 1,000 people, and you got $1,000, and that resource can deplete, and they're gonna need that. They might need that resource again, so they'll come back to you. And that's how I feel about jobs.
That's a great insight.
Boy killed that description of jobs, y'all.
Fuck a job.
This is why I fuck with this man. He's a very smart individual. Y'all go subscribe to your boy Moy.
Yes, sir. It's like some are necessary for you to build skill. You don't know what's down the road in your life. You build skills, and you don't know if maybe these skills that you are building may come in handy down the road. Like for example, my uncle, he's a firefighter, and I have an uncle that's a professional carpenter. When they were younger, they used to do very hard gardening jobs.
Okay,
And,
let's bring this back to Durham, North Carolina.
he said Durham, North Carolina. Bet.
Look, man, we all been thriving. We all been working very hard.
Necessary.
I just appreciate everybody, for coming here tonight and doing this video. It's been a while.
You gonna end it?
No, not yet.
Oh.
Just thinking like, just trying to keep it a little simple.
Okay.
We don't want to go too far.
Yeah, you were straying into a story.
Sorry,
I think that's what you did.
We're talking more of individual stories.
Okay.
We have a dog biting a bone that sounds like a fucking firewood back there.
Yeah, you gotta go straight to the point,
Yeah,
Jeff.
you gotta
Okay,
get straight
guys.
to it. We don't have time for that bullshit.
Okay, guys. Well, I think a job is necessary. So you can build skills.